Hello friends, welcome back to Civil Reference Point. In this video, we will discussing on a very important topic of a assistant town planner exam, that is regional planning. So we will discussing on what is regional planning and what are the most important MCQs on regional planning in assistant town planner exam. For other topics related to ATP exam, you can watch our whole video series on ATP exam 2022. And you can also join our Telegram channel. Link is given in a description. So let's start. Regional planning deals with efficient placement of land use activities, infrastructure and settlement growth across a larger area of land than an individual city or a town. Regional planning is related to the urban planning as it relates land use practices on a broader scale. So, it also includes formulating laws that will guide the efficient planning and management of such regions. So, this is overall about the regional planning. So, now we are discussing on most important MCQs of the regional planning. So, let's go. So, our first question is, objective of regional planning is, and options are A. To balance the demand of high growth, B. To improve living standard of people in area, option C. To improve socio-economic quantity, and option D is all of the above. And the right answer for this question number 1 is option D, that is all of the above. That is, all these options A, B and C are the objectives of the regional planning. Then question number 2, regional disparity means, and the options are A. Equal development of region, B. Unequal development of region, C. A and B, and option D is none of the above. So here regional disparity means, disparity here the meaning of the disparity is different or unequal. So our right answer is option B, that is unequal development of the region. Then question number 3, which of the following is not mandatory requirement in publication of regional planning? And the options are A. Land use survey, B. Preparation of a draft plan, option C. Inviting objections to draft plan, and option D is approval by state legislature. As we are publishing regional plan, there is no need for the approval by state legislature or state government. So after clearing the objections and modifying the regional plan, then we have to take approval by state legislature. So that's why our answer is option D, that is approval by state legislature is not required while publishing the regional plan. So next question, question number 4, choose wrong statement about rank size rule. And the options are A. Rule is best applied for large countries, option B. Regular distribution of big cities, option C. The second largest city should have the half the population of first, and the option D is none of the above. Here the rank size rule is given by George Zipf in 1949. Rank size distribution is distribution of city population by rank in decreasing manner. In case of city population, the resulting distribution in country or a region will be characterized by its largest city, with other cities decreasing in size respective to it. For example, if a rank 3 city would have 1/3 the population of country as largest city, and 4th rank city would have 1/4 the population of largest city. So that's why here the option A, option B and option C are correct. So the answer for this question is none of the above, right? Then next question, question number 5, if A is the largest city in the country having population 12 lakh and B is the second largest city, then according to Zipf's law of population of city B is, Zipf's law means rank size rule. So according to it, the second largest city having a population of option A is 4 lakh, B is 6 lakh, C is 8 lakh and option D is 12 lakh. So it is very easy, 12 divided by 2, that is 6 lakh. So our option for this fifth question is B, that is 6 lakh. Then question number 6, when rank size rule is not applicable for a city, then it is known as, and the options are A, undeveloped city, B, high dense city, option C is primate city and option D is low dense city. And the right answer for this question is option C, that is primate city. So this primate city is an empirical inductive model based on experience and observations of the study of 51 countries. So it was proposed by Mark Jefferson. Hence, whenever the rank size rule is not applicable for a city, we call it as a primate city. So right answer is C, that is primate city. Then question number 7, for estimating housing demand, which of the following information is required? And the options are number of dilapidated residential houses, option B is number of livable residential dwelling units, option C is number of vacant dwelling units and option D is all of the above. Here in option A, the number of dilapidated residential houses. Dilapidated means the house whose life is about to over. So that is what is dilapidated. So all these options are correct, that is option A, B and C. That's why option D is the right answer for this question number 7 is all of the above, that is option D. Then question number 8, urban area is an example of, and the options are A, homogeneous or formal region, option B is nodal or functional region, C, non-homogeneous or formal region and option D is none of the above. So here homogeneous region, so regions on the basis of homogeneity in topography, rainfall, climate or other characteristics, and non-homogeneous is opposite to homogeneous, where region having non-homogeneity or non-similar characteristics. And the functional region is the region consisting of central place and the surrounding areas that are dependent upon that place. For example, urban area, or we can call it as a metropolitan city. So urban area is an example of what? Functional region. That's why the option B is correct for this question number 8. Then question number 9, area having common characteristics like weather, physical or cultural present throughout is, and the options are homogeneous or formal region, option B nodal or functional region, option C is both A and B and option D is none of the above. So we have know about this homogeneous or common characteristics. So it is option A, homogeneous formal region. That is the answer for this 9th question is A. Then question number 10, the order of settlement within a settlement hierarchy is based on, and the options are A, size of the settlement in terms of its area and population, option B is range and number of services within each settlement, option C is relative sphere of influence of each settlement and option D is all of the above. So the answer for this question number 10 is option number D, that is all of the above. All the options A, B and C are based on this order of settlement within settlement hierarchy. So question number 11. Threshold population is, and the options are A, the maximum number of people needed to support a settlement or service. Option B is the minimum number of people needed to support a settlement or service. Option C is uneven distribution of population, and option D is even distribution of population. Here threshold population is the minimum number of people needed before a population particular good or services can be provided in an area. So here option B is correct, that is the minimum number of people needed to support a settlement or a service. It describes the market area of a central place for a particular good or service. Typically, low order shops such as retailers may require 800 to 1000 customers, whereas malls required 70,000 customers to be profitable, and like universities may needed 3 lakh to be viable. So that is a threshold population, minimum number of people needed to support a settlement or a service. So answer for this question number 11 is B. Then question number 12. Making regional planning modification is dash after publishing public notice, and the options are A, not earlier than 4 months. Option B is not later than 4 months. Option C, not earlier than 60 days, and option D is not later than 60 days. So right option for this question number 12 is not earlier than 4 months. So when we are making modification after clearing the objections of the people, not earlier than 4 months we cannot publish the public notice. So that is the right answer. Then next question number 13. After getting approval from government for the regional plan, notice to people affected by plan is A, available for inspection and sale. Option B is not available for inspection and not for sale. Option C is not available for inspection and not available for sale, and option D is available for inspection and not available for sale. So right answer for this question number 13 is option number B, that is it is not available for inspection also and it is not available for sale also after getting approval from the state government. Then next question number 14. Making of a regional plan is dash of notice to people affected by plan. So options are A, not earlier than 60 days. Option B, earlier than 60 days. Option C is not earlier than 4 months, and option D is earlier than 4 months. And the right answer for this question number 14 is option number A, that is not earlier than 60 days. So making of final regional plan after getting modification and getting approval, not earlier than 60 days of notice to people affected by the plan. Next question number 15. After regional plan come into operation, its revision may possible after dash years of the implementation, and options are 5 years, 10 years, 15 years and 20 years. And the right answer for this question is option number B, that is 10 years. After 10 years of implementation, we can we can revise the regional plan. So right answer is 10 years. Next question number 16. Geometric increase method of future population forecasting is used for, and the options are A, old and settled cities. Option B is slowly growing cities. Option C is rapidly growing cities, and option D is A and B, option A and B. So here there are various methods for the future population forecasting, like arithmetical increase method, it is for the old and settled cities. Geometrical increase method, it is for rapidly growing cities, and the incremental increase method, it is for slowly growing cities. So here our question is geometric increase method. So it is for rapidly growing cities, and that's why our answer for this question number 16 is option number C. Then question number 17, method of future population forecasting used for old and settled city is. So we know the right answer for this question. So options are geometric increase method, option B is incremental increase method, option C is arithmetic increase method, and option D is none of the above. And the right answer for this question is arithmetic increase method. Then question number 18, accuracy of population projection is directly proportional to. And the right options are option A size of existing population, option B historical rate of growth, option C inversely proportional to time, and option D is all of the above. So all these option A, B and C that are directly proportional to the accuracy of projection. That's why option D all of the above is correct for this question number 18. Then next question number 19, choose wrong statement. Use of population projection is option A for development planning, option B for estimating future production of goods and services, option C is population projection by age for school requirement, and option D is none of the above. So what is the use of population projection here? Option A is for development of planning, then for estimation and future production of goods and services, and option D is for the population projection by age for school requirement. So all these three options are correct. So here no option is wrong. So our right answer for this question is option number D, that is none of the above. Then question number 20, graphic scale used for regional planning is dash. So we have to fill in the blank. So options are A 1:8,000 or 1:10,000, option B 1:80,000 or 1:10,000, option C is 1:8,000 or 1:1 lakh, and option D is 1:80,000 or 1:1 lakh. So this is our last question for this video. So you have to comment the answer for this question.